For those of you who aren't aware, on Saturday, April 3rd, I partially tore my left long head biceps tendon at the shoulder, which is known as a proximal tear. It happened while stabilizing myself during a leg press, gripping the handles at the side of the machine. People have asked me if I was gripping too hard, but to give it context, I'm able to deadlift 365 pounds for about 5 repetitions, and there was no way I was creating that type of tension. There was some underlying pathology which I won't get into in this video, but it just so happened that the leg press machine was the straw that broke the camel's back. There was no pain when the tear occurred. I just felt some popping sensations and things felt weird at my shoulder, but 10 minutes later I could barely move my arm. Over the next several days, the range of motion increased a little, and I still had no pain, just some slight discomfort. But then on April the 8th, 5 days after the first incident, I completely ruptured the tendon while reaching towards my face in the shower. I could tell it was ruptured because I saw the Popeye arm for the first time. The good news is that within about 48 hours, I had nearly full range of motion in all directions, no pain, and very little discomfort. The bad news is that after getting an MRI and learning the results, I found out that I had also created a large 1.3 centimeter tear in my supraspinatus tendon, which also included some retraction, and I partially tore my superior labrum. After consulting with some orthopedic surgeons, 2 physiatrists, and some physical therapists, I decided not to opt for surgery and to bypass traditional physical therapy. The reason why is because I had no swelling or bruising and full range of motion with very little discomfort. So the only thing left is to progressively strengthen, which I can do myself. I also wanted to show the world that despite the extent of the injury, it can be rehabbed through traditional strength training with some therapeutic exercises thrown in, and that a middle-aged person like myself can return to at or near pre-injury strength levels. So this video is rehab workout number 1. I plan to chronicle my entire journey back, and I'm going to record and upload every other workout. In this workout, I decided to start with dumbbell chest press, which will be the theme for every workout. My mind frame is that my shoulder is in a slightly compromised position in this exercise, but my rotator cuff has no fatigue since the workout's just starting, so it's smarter to perform this exercise first. Pre-injury, I could chest press 90-pound dumbbells for 10 repetitions, so to be ultra conservative, I started with these 17.5-pound dumbbells just to see what it felt like to hold a little bit of weight. The answer is that it felt like nothing, which was relieving. And although not pictured in this video, I also did a handful of repetitions with 25-pound dumbbells, which also felt like nothing. And even though I probably could have done more than these 30-pound dumbbells, I decided that this was going to be my starting weight because my shoulder was starting to feel some minor fatigue, but no pain. Also, I made sure to only flare my upper arm out to about 50 or 60 degrees and to only go to a depth where my upper arm was no deeper than parallel to the ground to minimize the stress on my rotator cuff and shoulder capsule. I performed 2 sets with about 2 minutes rest in between, and everything felt fine. I followed this with 2 sets of standing single arm cable rows with 40 pounds on each set and about 2 minutes of rest in between. I didn't perform any warm-ups for 2 reasons. First, this is a shoulder-friendly exercise, so I knew that it was safe. Second, this is lighter than warm-up weight for me, so there was no reason to start any lighter. The reason I chose 40 pounds is because for shoulder health, it's important that your back is as strong or a little stronger than your chest. You should be able to pull as much or a little more weight that you can press. I didn't want to hit my shoulder with too much volume in the first workout, so I only performed 3 shoulder exercises, and I also included 1 biceps curl. First up was a dumbbell scaption exercise with 7.5-pound dumbbells for 10 reps. I chose the scaption because you're raising the weight at about a 30 to 40 degree forward angle instead of straight out to the side like in a traditional dumbbell lateral raise, and there was less shoulder impingement doing it this way. Everything felt fine, no pain or discomfort. I rested for a good 2 or 3 minutes and then performed this prone 90-90 rotator cuff exercise. And while there was no pain or discomfort during the exercise, in hindsight I could tell that my rotator cuff didn't like being taken to its very end range of motion while things are still trying to heal. So I won't be going back to this exercise for a while. I'll probably replace it with a cable lateral raise, which includes some external rotation, but avoids end range. Next up was one set of bicep curls with 15-pound dumbbells, which is about a third of the weight that I'm capable of doing. Prior to performing this exercise, I was curious if the forearm supination would feel weak, or if I'd feel some cramping sensation in my biceps, which are things that I had been told could happen. But it ended up not being the case. Everything felt normal. Finally, I grabbed a 20-pound kettlebell and did this isometric hold. The reason I chose the incline bench is because it put my arm angle at about 90 degrees, which is still in the shoulder safe zone, and then I held for about 30 seconds on each side for just one set. And that was my workout. Lightweight, low volume, safe, traditional exercises. I'm creating this video 2 days later, and my shoulder feels fine. On Wednesday, I'll perform 2 lighter sets of dumbbell chest press and dumbbell rows. And then on Thursday, I'll do 2 sets of shoulder exercises, probably a cable face pull and a cable lateral raise, and finish it off with 1 set of bicep curls. Over the course of time, I'll add more variety, increase the volume, and increase the load. So thanks for watching, and I look forward to creating my video story over the next several months. Hopefully we can all learn from it.